Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're going to be talking about AMC stock. Where do I think AMC stock is going to be headed this week? Is AMC stock eventually going to squeeze? I know there's been a lot of people out there who kind of, have been diamond handing AMC for a while, waiting for basically a short squeeze to happen. Now, there's been some interesting facts that have really dropped over the last couple of weeks regarding AMC stock, kind of some limelight, some news. But if we take a look at the one-year chart here, we can definitely see that, on January 27th of 2021, there was a big Reddit-fueled craze that basically drove a lot of these stock prices higher. Ever since then, AMC has kind of been on a slow decline, and a lot of people are kind of waiting. So when can AMC stock squeeze again? Back here, if we take a look at the one-year chart once again, here, I wouldn't really call this a short squeeze. I would say it's more of a gamma squeeze, and I do feel like AMC did have the potential to go a lot higher if a lot of the brokerages didn't really limit the trading on the overall stock. A lot of people are still buying shares of AMC stock, hoping for the day that it does go through a short squeeze. Now, what leads people to think that AMC is going to go through another squeeze? Is it eventually going to go through a short squeeze? So what we know from some recent news, we do know that more people are adding to their short positions of AMC stock, which means that there's more people out there who are starting to short the stock or basically adding to their short positions. Why are people doing this? They feel like AMC stock is going to go to zero. They do feel like AMC stock is going to go bankrupt. For me personally, I don't feel like AMC stock is going to go bankrupt. I don't think the company is going to go bankrupt. Like I said, for me, the classical movie theater has always been a pretty good idea, and I don't think it's going to be a trend that really ever dies down. But there's a lot of people out there who want to drive the stock price to zero. A lot of hedge funds think it can make it happen. So as they continue to add to their short positions, for me, I don't think it's a very good idea to short AMC stock. We have seen, what happened with GameStop stock, how explosive these stocks can be, especially because these stocks do have the ability to grow 20 to 40% in a single day. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there who are diamond handing AMC stock, wondering what to do with their positions. But for me, I do think that AMC stock is going to go through a short squeeze, and I do think it is going to be a big one. A lot of people are attributing that AMC stock could possibly go to $100,000. I don't think that's the case. I don't think AMC stock is going to go to $100,000, but I do think that it is definitely going to be a high share price. Some people do argue that hedge funds are not going to let AMC run. They're not going to let these shorted stocks run again. But for me, I don't think it's really into their control. Yes, a lot of it does have to do with market manipulation. But if we take a look at what happened last time, with GameStop and how much money they actually did lose, I don't think hedge funds would have let that happen at any time at all. A lot of people are like, oh, hedge funds are going to let it happen again. If they were really that good at what they were doing, they shouldn't have let it happen in the first place. The fact that a lot of these hedge funds lost billions and billions of dollars, shorting a stock that was basically almost $0, just goes to show a lot of greed from these hedge funds altogether. But for me, I do think that we are going to start seeing a slow up trickle with AMC stock. It has now completed the triple bottom pattern on its technical analysis chart. So I do think that we're definitely going to see a slow up trickle. Like I said, in the last trading session, it was up about 2%. And looking at the 1 week chart, it was up about 7.49%, which is pretty good. But looking at the 1 month chart, we see kind of like a sideways trading, nothing really much going on. But as movie theaters continue to open back up, as the world continues to go back to normal, it's definitely going to drive revenue, and it's definitely going to boost its Q1 and Q2 earnings. For me, I don't think it's a good idea to short AMC stock. I do think that the stock does have the potential to run up to a massive short squeeze. And my overall price prediction for AMC stock, I do think that the stock will probably be around $500 to $600. I think that's absolute minimum. Like I said, there's millions and millions of shares that are being shorted on the market right now with AMC stock. And the fact that a lot of these hedge funds continue to add to their short positions goes to show that, when AMC stock, and if AMC stock does actually go through a short squeeze, it is definitely going to be a bigger squeeze. I think it's going to be even bigger than GameStop. And like I said, there's a lot of Reddit traders out there who do have the power to be able to drive these stock prices upward. As optimism continues to return to AMC stock, it's gotten a couple of analyst upgrades. We start seeing a slow up trickle. People optimistic about, their Q1, Q2, and the rest of the year's earnings. The worst has already happened for AMC as a company. We saw in 2020 that the company lost $4.59 billion, about 90% of its revenue. Obviously a very brick and mortar type business. I don't think it was very plausible for AMC to kind of stay afloat. Talks of bankruptcy continued to surface, but it was able to kind of take itself out of that pickle, and now it's kind of on the slow up trickle once again. And people who are buying the stock are now sitting there wondering, when is AMC stock going to run? That's the thing about a short squeeze. You can never really time it. You can never really say when it's going to happen, but you can only move along with what we know about the overall company, what we know about the facts, what the facts we do know. That there's a lot of people out there who are shorting AMC. Millions and millions of shares are being shorted, and people continue to add to their short positions. We saw what happened with GameStop. Redditors do have the power to kind of make the stock run. So do the retail traders, and so do the institutions who are buying the stock as well. So you can never really say when AMC stock is going to run. You just kind of wake up and it happens. But I would not discount it out just yet. I don't think it's a good idea to short stocks like AMC, GameStop, especially because we saw what happened a couple of months ago. Like I said, back to the 1-year chart, we saw what happened here. Like I said, if, a lot of the brokerages did not limit the trading on that stock alone, or all the stocks that basically were going through a squeeze at the time, I definitely think that we would have saw a lot more upside potential, and it probably could have squeezed out a lot more shares. A lot of people do blame this, that the brokerages and the hedge funds do kind of work together, but like I said, if you're diamond handing AMC stock, take it as it is. Like I said, it's still a decent investment. It's still, if we look at the 5-year chart, it's still down about 62% of its value. But looking at the 1-year chart, it's still up about 224% of its value. If you bought AMC a year ago, you're still up a decent amount on your overall investment. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there who are still optimistic that AMC stock is still worth a decent price tag. I do think that AMC stock is going to slowly start to climb up. Even aside from a squeeze standpoint, I do think that AMC will eventually squeeze, but even from an investment standpoint, it's not too bad of an investment. It's done a pretty good job coming from its ways. Like I said, this thing was trading around like $3, $4 a share, now currently sitting around $10 a share. I know a lot of people who are holding AMC stock are just kind of waiting for the squeeze aspect of it, but take it as it is. It's all about patience, and, like I said, we may get that day where AMC stock does actually squeeze. I personally think it's going to happen, but you can't really put a kind of time frame on it. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of AMC stock. Do you guys think AMC stock is going to go through a short squeeze? If you guys own AMC stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know.